Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. There's so many of you, and I am grateful. I am, guys. You know that it wasn't that long ago I had 22, and then 44, and then 100, and then so I thank you. I really do. Guys, I want you to know that I was suckered tonight. I did. I watched, couldn't wait, woke up early, because I work overnights, to watch Nicholas speak, because that's what it said. Nicholas is going to speak. But then I knew I was duped when it said, this is not what you think it's going to be. And so what it said to us was, leave him alone, basically. It said that he doesn't want to be doing any interviews right now, that when he has something to say, he'll say it, but his lawyer is telling him not to say anything. It wasn't even in his voice, it was in an AI's voice. Makes you wonder, was it his channel? Is it his channel? Is it really connected to him? Because I didn't see anything that directed us anywhere to help him with his appeal. And you know, I didn't see anything except a clickbaity thing. I felt very catfished. And it just said, stop listening to this person. Stop listening to that person. He knows what happened. He knows what happened, and he's not ready to tell you, and leave him alone. And don't ask his dad anything. Just lay off Nick Godejohn and the whole Godejohn gang. And I get that, Nick. Nobody should be harassing anybody. But you know what? You got a story to tell. And after your appeal, I hope you say it on a platform that gives you money and allows you to take money so that you will always have money on the books, on the down low, so that you don't become a victim in jail. And also enough money where maybe you could have a house for your dad the way that Gypsy Rose had that house from Habitat for Humanity. You know, the one with the railing that your dad seems to need now. You know, because I heard he's in a wheelchair and he's disabled. Wouldn't it be great if he could have a motorized wheelchair if he doesn't have one, and a house that has a ramp? So whatever you can do, in my opinion, Nick Godejohn, do it for your dad. You know? And also, if he could, I'm going to put up a video of Nick when he was a child, because I saw some stuff on a Facebook page that was kind of like, how did it go from there to there? And the truth is, his mom said it. He has the type of Asperger's that makes him fixate on something, and he could be easily convinced of something. If he, like Gypsy said, this is the only way we could be together. He did say, no, let's run away, let's run away. And she said, nope, my mom's going to find me, and we'll never be together. And also threw in there, from my understanding, allegedly, that there was a baby lost because of the feeding tube. Though none of that was true, but that was something, from my understanding, that Gypsy told Nick so that he would get beyond desperate and go ahead with the plan that she manipulated, that she picked out, because it's still my opinion that Nick might have unalived somebody that was already unalived. The room was dark, chaotic scene. You've never done something like that before. You're not going to remember it exactly the way it is. You're going to have grandiose ideas of what happened in your head to puff for your Cinderella, who's really the Wicked Witch. Sorry, but that's what her personality has shown me. She hasn't done anything, you know, there's no remorse. I've been down that road. We've talked about it. There's no remorse. If there's remorse anytime, at any point, I'm not going to believe it, because I think she knows that everybody expects to see it, but she's not that good of an actress. But supposedly, she's not canceled by anybody, and she's going to have a documentary, I guess, the life of her and Ryan. I don't know. So I think that, you know, being that Nick ultimately said that he did it, that Nick should be getting some money from the deal too. After all, Gypsy's making millions and millions of dollars. We have put her on a pedestal. There's 8.8 million followers. that just adore her and want to know what she's doing every day. With a prison camera, we could have done that for 8.5 years. What is she doing every day? Is she doing anything to make the world a better place? Nope. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think she said she was going to do it, but she didn't. But we're going to get back to Nick because Gypsy's Gypsy. Nick, young guy, right? He was, I think, 25 when he committed the crime. Gypsy was 23. She wants us to believe she was 16. No. She wants us to believe that she didn't know that. Yes. No, we can't know. I don't know. You know why? Because one day Gypsy says that, one day Gypsy says that. Nick has said the same thing over and over again. He has. You know, it might not be something that we want to hear, but he's been consistent. He wanted to save her. They were going to spend their life together. As sad as it is, he said well after that the time that he had spent with Gypsy was the best time of his life. You know, probably the time that he had the most attention in his life, and he was fixated on that. He loved the way that felt because, you know, everybody needs their high. Everybody, you know, it could be, you know, God forbid, you know, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. It could be danger. He loved being Gypsy's knight in shining armor. You know, I came across, like I said, these pictures on these things on Facebook of a young boy who seemed to be loved by his parents, both parents, even though they didn't live together. You know, his dad, from my understanding, doesn't believe in self-help, and that's a big influence on Nick. Of course, Nick doesn't think he needs any kind of help, I guess, because his dad doesn't believe in that. And what kind of life does Nick expect? I don't think that Nick that it's either safe for Nick to run the streets or it's safe for us to run the streets. I think he needs some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Regime. You know, something that's restricted, because I'm not too sure that he couldn't be manipulated again, or that he's not being manipulated now. You know, there is word out there, supposedly, that his girlfriend that he's with now, I don't know how you're with somebody in prison, I mean, unless you're working in the commissary. But, seriously, I don't know how they're in much of a relationship besides writing and visiting each other, but supposedly that young lady is great friends with Christy Blanchard. Now, I don't know how that works out. If I heard any of this, I would reach out to Nick and let Nick know that, because maybe he's being played again. Maybe they're trying to keep him so that he doesn't tell more things. I think he's omitted things. I don't think he's lied. I think he's omitted things. You know? I think he was played. I think he was played like a bad ukulele. And he has omitted things because there were things at the crime scene that just you can't explain it. The truck, the tires, you know. And again, why he mentioned Dan. So I think that I don't know what this announcement was about, except to tell us not to do this, that, and everything else, and that he'll talk when he wants to talk, and all of this. And I don't think that needed to be said, because that's kind of been said. So, and again, it didn't show us where to go for support, for a petition, for anything like that. Not that I said that I would sign that, but I think that honestly I was catfished. But I do want to show you these Facebook images and stuff of Nick, because I want you to see him as the innocent kid that unfortunately was talked into something horrific, and why it led him to where he's at, and who's really responsible for it. So let's check out some of these videos.
did say in the first video that I did say the name of the actual video is called Sworn. This is the second shortest out of the 5 videos. And the lyrics of the song is actually very easy to catch on to, since there's that many to it, since it's more of a, has more, I guess you could say more guitar and drums and all that stuff, than more than that than singing actually. Anyways, alright, we're gonna get this one going now, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it all. For the ones that were lucky enough to actually find this song, go ahead and still sing to this one, you know the lyrics. Otherwise, the rest of you might as well learn them from me, since I have these lyrics down by heart. There's nothing I don't know about this song. They all say that people that listen to this kind of music can be evil and all that. That doesn't trigger that stuff. I'm actually a very good person.